I get it. All you have is what? Our God. At a point, Apostle Paul said, my God is blind. You don't have time. Alone, you don't have a God. You don't have a God. There are times in your life you need to call on your God. Call on your God. That God you will alone. That God that you visit alone. That God that you worship alone. That God you magnify alone. That God you exalt alone. That God you stand alone. At the point in the life of Jacob had never had a personal life of God until at the point in his life, he said to his family, go ahead of me. Let me settle this matter. He was alone with God. And that was when he saw him. Restful with God. Fought with God. And I will say that he had power. And he prevailed. There are times on your own you have never had, like I said on Sunday, I said encounter came to restore intimacy. An encounter came to reveal the visibility of light. Encounter came to restore back fellowship. Personal fellowship with God. You are missing it. You are not yet. You don't have a God yet. That God in fellowship. And Peter said that he said, fellowship is with the Father, with the Son. Fellowship. We are in fellowship, but we are talking about our God. When you live here, here is your God. When you live here now, here is your God. Now is our God. When you live here, here is your God. If the only time you talk about you fellowship, you worship, you praise is when we gather. You don't have a God, you have our. They can only answer you by God. You understand? He wants you to personalize it. Jesus said, my Father and your Father. So I said, he first personalized it. My Father and your Father. It has to be my God. today we have interactions with God. Or you're a believer. And you have been carrying Bible for 5 years. Life in the spirit. Coming to church. It's not Christianity. Being a member of a church is not a believer. Being a believer is not being a member of a church. There is a God you need to interact with. There is a God you need to know. You know, there is a God that you are willing to life in the spirit. There is a life. There is a God that you can look up and say, we like you. There is a God you can look up and say, hey, can't be stranded. Yes. There is a God you will know to a level you cannot be. Say no. More than the owner of the house. Don't ignore the owner of the house, and you are taking care of the house. You come to the house, you are sweeping everywhere, you are mopping the house, you are doing it. And as the owner of the house, I am sitting on the couch. You walk into the house to maintain the house. You are doing this. Expecting me to pay. Just a proverb.